All right, today's a fun one. We have an 8-minute, as many rounds as possible of 10 overhead lunges at about 30% of your 1 rep max and 50 double unders. So we're familiar with these AMRAP style workouts, and we know that that word is and can be a trap, right? So we know we want to move efficiently and consistently for 8 minutes. So we want to approach the workout in a way where we'd be able to be consistent throughout the 8 minutes, rather than maybe the first 2 minutes, really pushing hard, maybe getting through those first couple of rounds pretty quickly, and then at the end we see kind of a nosedive, right? So when I looked at the workout, and it's just 2 movements, but the volume of the double unders stuck out to me, especially for 8 minutes. So when you're kind of looking at these numbers and you know that you're able to do, let's say 50 double unders, pretty consistently, not too bad for you, then I'd probably stick with 50 double unders throughout the workout. However, I knew that I was going to need to break those 50 up, right? For 8 minutes, I knew that I wasn't going to be able to hit all 50 on every single round and be consistent with that. So I went ahead from the beginning, came out conservative, and broke up those sets of double unders into a set of 2, 25 and 25. I did have to change that, going a little further into the workout, and changed it to 20, 20, and 10. So you might want to consider, even smaller sets than maybe what you think at the very beginning. And again, on the number, we can always scale that number down. If 50 is like, you've only kind of hit that once and you're not consistent with that, but maybe you're consistent with 25. Let's go ahead and scale that number down to 25. We don't want to be stuck on that piece for longer than, I'd say, a minute. So if you get super close to the 50, and you're on 40, let's just maybe go ahead, finish it out single unders, but let's not spend longer than about a minute on that, because we really want to see us make it through hopefully more than just 1 or 2 rounds. So that was the other thing I looked at when I was going into the workout. I wanted a goal of kind of how many rounds I thought I could get through. So going back to the very first movement, the overhead squats, sets of 10, it's not a lot of volume, and the weight didn't particularly strike me as super heavy. So for the set of 10, I decided just to go unbroken on those, and just to maintain that good overhead locked out position. I'm really driving up in my overhead position, locking out and driving off of that front heel. So I went ahead and did all 10 for each round, and I gave myself about 45 seconds on the overhead squats, and then I thought, okay, I'll probably need about the same amount of time on the double unders. So when I did the math, that's about 1.5 minutes per round. So my goal was to get through 4 rounds for sure, but aiming at more like 5 to 6. So I would say when you're breaking this workout down on your weight and your reps, keep in mind that we definitely want to try to get through 4 rounds. So if your overhead overhead lunge weight is at a weight where you're not able to get through all 10, it's probably a little bit too heavy. So 30%, it's fairly light. And then again, on your double unders, it's a great time to practice these, but again, we don't want to just get hung up on those and then not be able to get through a solid 4 rounds. All right, one other tip on the double under. So when I did my double unders, I always try to make sure that my hand position is in line with my body. So instead of my arms kind of being out here and I'm rotating out here, I want my arms to be in line and parallel with my body. So I have two different screenshots of where I'm kind of breaking that angle and I'm kind of at a 90-degree angle, and I'm really working hard on trying to get through those double unders. I'm burning out my shoulders, and I'm getting super tired. If I just kind of shift that back, shift it down beside my body, kind of keep a kind of a loose grip, right, where I'm not overly working out my shoulders and making those really tired. That really helped me just kind of keep consistent and to keep from burning out my shoulders. So I knew I was gonna need shoulders to lock out overhead on those overhead squats. So good luck on this one. See you next time.